Yeesh!
Damn it! Unbe. Pung pung. Blah 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 blah.
Hello. For Hiko, you came. I was worried about you. There's no way for me to win anyway, so no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right?
Bastard!
Still, I'm a Yakuza. Accepting defeat is not an option. For Hiko, what does that mean? Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good. Anyway, it looks like everyone's here, so let us depart now.
See ya later!
I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys.
This is bad.
Crap, I'm not mentally prepared yet. Do you even have to prepare?
Show some spirit!
If you don't have enough power, harness your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy.
This, too,
So it
must
begins.
be the will of causality.
So it begins, the beginning of the end. Now then, let's keep our spirits high so we can one day find that shining hope. That's right, I can only... Forward is the only option. You can talk to people, but I'm saying go ahead, take click on Monokuma Woke. While the elevator thing comes out, boop. That looks bad, and I was speeding it up.
Evil.
Eek, no matter how many times I see it, it's such bad taste, the worst, the lowest, most brutal taste. Somehow I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked on the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. Can't chat as much right now, but I'm always listening. Okay. Yes. Why can't you, curious, why can't you chat as much? Is Aaron wanting something? Are you cooking something? Probably. As it shook with the cloud of the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair, as if my heart were a rotten fruit swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. Do you want someone message me? Do okay, yeah, okay. Yes, okay, give me a moment. Okay. Why did that take so long to send? Weird. As if my heart was a rotten fruit swelling in the summer before it finally goes through, which I was pulling up the guide. I suddenly stopped breathing. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure while firmly standing on my legs, and after a while the elevator's vibrations gradually weakened. And then it stopped altogether.
Ta-da!
Aim. Defeat the boring routine. So I've decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it?
Impossible!
It's not like I'd allow you to think otherwise anyway.
That is...
To go to the trouble to doing something this elaborate, really, what is your true intention?
No, no!
Nothing really. This killing game is just to kill time anyway.
You.
Kill time.
Yeah!
To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose.
Like...
My purpose is only going to be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts. It's starting. The class trial is starting. Maharu Kozumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. More importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her is one of these remaining 14, I think, is among us. Who do you think it is? If you had to take a guess right now. I don't want to believe it, I don't want to believe it, I don't want to believe it, but regardless, we need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there is no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yes, I would like to save my current progress. The little one, forgot her name. Hiyoko. Yeah, okay, that is reasonable. Did I unlock cheat code? Nope. Okay, change difficulty, gentle is fine. Okay.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation during the if you
Clash
will
Royale,
punish.
Clash Royale.
Now then,
I'm not even speaking much of the Clash Royale anyway.
cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial
Nevertheless, we shouldn't.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game,
Some of us have not.
it means Twilight's. Additionally,
Some of us are
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F. So girls 1 through E and Boy F. And the highest goes to girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who is who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. The true identity of Girl A, it's probably is Mikan.
Girl A
1
is
through E.
probably Mikan Tsumiki.
1 through E, I'm dumb. A through E, excuse me. Girl A is probably Mikan.
That timid tone.
That definitely sounds like Girl
Based
A.
on the list of names in the staff roll.
What? Huh? A nest? Huh?
The girl who said the name was Girl B is Hiyoko.
I see.
Girl B is Hiyoko.
Girl B was
Short and foul mouth.
Anyway,
Hyper energetic and unique. Girl C was, so that is obviously
I
Ibuki.
see.
Girl C.
Girl, see? Let's move on to...
The Girl D always had a camera, so
I
that would
see.
obviously be Maru.
Girl D is Mahiru.
yeah, that's correct. Let's skip girl.
He's Guy F is for Hiko.
I see.
Aren't you guys?
I was in a. That reminds me. Another. It was one of the names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Yes.
Hold on.
It's not like I'm wrong since you beat the game.
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name appears twice is probably because he had a little sister.
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little. This is what Guy F.
That bitch, what the hell did she do about
It's
little
pretty
sister?
clear. There's no. Plus, the sister actually.
By the way, what?
The only character I can game being the only character in Twilight Syndrome murder case I could see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is high school girl who died at
I
the
see.
beginning.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
That bitch, Girl E, was it?
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, so if the only person left...
Why do you sound so fucking happy?
Winning personality?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just...
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. Okay, I understand.
Nagito.
A mystery that easy would make me feel that's why. Okay.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in...
That's just a story and a...
If so,
Could it be?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name?
Tanaka may be an ordinary...
Hey, no one... Huh? My. What? Getting killed in...
You guys are dead.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl...
Then let's hurry up and...
Girl E was killed on the 4th day in Twilight's main storyline. I was able to find out why she was killed by playing the secret storyline, which means it has something to do with the first high school girl's murder. Because Girl E was the killer.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko?
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all.
But...
Is that true?
In order to make that clear,
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings.
I'm surprised you went...
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPG.
We get it!
Then, Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when immediately they climbed the stairs to the second floor. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, but the door to the music room... So Girl D went to get the key from the office. Because the music room's window was broke, the sound of breaking glass that they heard, plus Girl E's school swims... How does that sound?
Yep, and understand...
But it wasn't a
Obviously. Girlie was...
Did she lock the music room from the outside?
Which means Girlie was hiding that kid.
But Girl D was the one who...
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game...
You can lock the music room from the inside and sprinted to the front of the music.
She would have passed by the entrance hall.
Then...
It's not cute to see...
Hey! Is Girl...
So what did Girl E do after she, killed him? Now it's back to the regular class trial stuff, as you can hear by the music.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get to the front of the music?
To go back to the music, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been...
At the entrance hall, heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong! First of all, the sound
If it wasn't the
of a...
vase?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom.
So the sound of break... It was the sound of...
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time Girl E killed the victim with that key and went back to waiting. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door
To make them think the murder had just...
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved. Wait a minute. The Who cares if not? Cool.
What the heck?
Fine. Let's figure out the weapon, which means I'll feel dis-
You're the disgust.
The weapon is now then.
What was the weapon that killed Girl E? There's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and non-stop debates. Sometimes the white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot out with a silencer. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear, you get it. Okay. I have not. I have not eaten yet, no. Because I ate earlier, but I haven't eaten like dinner yet, no. If that's what you mean. Stolen school swimsuit.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a...
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even big?
The investigation conducts...
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
I will after we get done.
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness.
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all.
What if the gravel was... If the weapon is something that appeared in the... And the only thing I can think... If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff...
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
Sweet ace attorney reference.
But for the killer, to make people think the killer is... And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to...
How about it, Monokuma?
This happiness you feel...
But the real Girl E had someone who could...
Girl D.
Huh?
The piece of face that became an important clue.
And, apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was Girl E found out and tried to...
And she felt a rush.
But she should have had a clear murder.
She probably...
You can?
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. I might as well ask...
Girl E's killer, who do you think killed Girl E? Guy
I
F.
see!
It should have...
A scenario where Guy F... But
What? That's all you can...
Hey, clear.
That is... They don't remember!
Even if I don't remember, I already know! No one would kill a nice person like Girl E and Mahiru.
You sure do talk a lot of shit.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that?
There was a specific item that was used in both Girl E and Mahiru's murder, which is a metal axe
I
bat.
can prove it with this! I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game. There's no way we can...
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact... Hey, why don't you
You better...
You're dumb enough to...
If you keep making up your mind... And... It's true.
What?
I mean... There's a... The true killer played that game. And most that person could be using...
Are you saying that a completely different killer...
Isn't that what Don't you understand?
What are you even saying?
accusing me of killing. Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the
But I didn't go to the beach house.
No, that's wrong!
Your footprints were on the beach. In front of the door. You definitely were at the beach house.
Wait a minute.
Serious?
But these foot...
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably... Don't decide that bit.
Huh. The footprint I
Collect
plus, which means
a different end.
Are you saying?
The door was still accepted.
which means something.
Ah, I remember. I'm pretty sure you guys already. I've never heard. And that's when they went. I see.
Don't believe her so easy.
Huh? People who call other people. If you say I'm lying. I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk.
No,
You
that's
had a
wrong.
letter though. Yeah, it's creepy. You had a letter telling you to go there though, so you didn't just go there when
Only
you
during your morning walk, huh?
That letter.
I see. So Hyoko...
Oh, snap!
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes...
I see. I think 3:30.
You're wrong.
Now that you mention it, you all...
No, it's just a coincidence that I passed by. I went straight back to my cottage after I...
For some reason.
It's the truth.
Just leave him alone. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it's...
Seriously, I'm telling the... Is she really crying? Or is she faking?
She's probably fake.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her. That's why she wrote a letter. And then you went ahead to the beach house. There's evidence.
Where was she hiding? And it's in the little closet here because of Gummy was on the
Here!
ground.
The place where Hyoko was hiding.
Yes, Hyoko.
Hyoko, who's... When she saw...
But Hyoko missed because of that.
Who's someone?
You
Whose
remember
trap
that?
is it?
I've also played this game twice before. Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
There was a suspicion. You're the one who wore that. There's no way I'd wear such a... That is right. It cannot... Huh? That mask, which means...
Why, you...
Don't blame Miss Sonia!
Hyoko, why don't you?
It's all in your... Oh, why can't...
Gummy bag, bullet for dropped the gummy. But didn't it say
I shall render my
2019?
verdict
Yes.
upon this mystery's conclusion. Hyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a...
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's wrong! About that gummy, did Hyoko really drop it?
Long memory. It's not dumb.
The only one childish enough to eat gummy.
You're a midget too, you know.
It's true Hyoko likes to...
The brand of gummies you eat.
Huh? The gummy... Huh? And it's not mine.
That's right. None...
Then we can't assume...
See? I'll get my revenge.
Hold on, you little... Don't be stupid. I'm not done...
Mikan. Okay.
We're not done with Hyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true. That's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it.
What does that mean?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road.
Oh shit.
We have the evidence. That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
We're not done with Hyoko. There's still a huge...
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true. That's an... And we can thank
What is that?
Mahiru used her last ounce of...
No,
She
that's
couldn't use her
wrong!
last ounce of strength to crawl in front of the door because she died instantaneously.
Mahiru didn't block the door.
According to my art. Fuyuhiko, you can...
I'm pretty sure her death was in... That's why Mahiru is...
The killer, of course. That's why there were blood.
But why did the killer...
Just ask Hiyoko.
Serious? Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. If she handled the body...
Huh? She was...
See? Yay!
I won't let you look down on me.
Oh shit, it's one of these again.
We haven't decided.
Hey, Fuyuhiko.
Shut up! I'm telling.
Pog music, dude.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Oh my god, come on.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
Allow me to cut through those words.
What do you mean, oh, these the same every time? I'm gonna pause and wait for that one. Also, can you just spawn people? The trials? Pretty much. The trial itself is the same. It's just oftentimes not really in these. Not really in this case, because most of the second cases aren't, like, super drastic. But oftentimes they'll add in, like, a weird element to them that are the same. Obviously the outcome is but the battles and all that. What is that, like, you gotta be more specific than what you mean in but the battles. You mean like all the mini games and stuff? Those are all the same, like, per game, yeah. They add new ones as the game goes along. I think they're fixing to introduce another one that's pretty pog, but, I think, yeah, like, all the mini games are the same per game. Just like updated versions and stuff. Like there's the updated version of Hangman's Gambit. Yes, it literally just happened. Did I see something stupid? I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, kind of. Yeah, the game is sort of like that. It's. Oh my fucking god. Well, I see what you're wondering. Okay.
Now, washing it off and...
I'm terrible.
Then, maybe...
She cannot get dressed by herself.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Which means Hiyoko can't...
Oh yeah, she couldn't even...
I didn't... Oh, wasn't she? Yes, if you broke the...
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for...
If she didn't change her clothes.
Like I've been saying.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around... Because if so...
Didn't I tell you that was cause I got...
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough...
Doubting me of all right, I'll bend your... That actually sounds...
The hell it does!
Hey, it's okay. Yeah. See? Cause... There's no way you got Hiyoko.
Shut the hell up, pig.
Hey, Hiyoko. Now that our...
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer...
Like I said!
Yeah, I got that.
I would like to know too.
Fine. Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could...
Huh?
Damn it! 'Cause...
So,
I told her it was unlike everyone else.
You always have...
At the time, we were supposed to meet around noon.
A letter?
Yeah. I saw this letter.
So that
can
letter
prove
that,
it with
that
this.
she got conflicts the letter that...
This letter. Mahiru's letter.
whoa!
It's also strange that it would be plausible if...
Hyoko, like I said,
Which letter did the killer forge? They forged both of them
I see.
to get different times.
The killer must have...
The killer forged them.
That seems very likely. Confirmed! Just as I...
Like this part. I was this part and this part.
the killer...
In doing so,
So they
Really? I've offered to help It's all my fault.
Here we go again. We can just light.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m.
What's most important is what happened after.
Why'd you vote? It's not like I wanted to. That medicine, I thought that place seemed unsafe.
If you were aware of that from the start...
When I woke up, and when I rushed out,
And that's why you ran out.
I was scared.
The killer probably planned to... And for that reason, they summoned Hyoko before my...
so their reason for blocking the
That's...
Hyoko! Is it really okay?
This'll never end if you keep
Isn't that what a class... The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. The class trial is where we co-op. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes clashing. Serious. I'm on the side of the app, and I believe that
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side.
Let's stop. Believing every...
Yeah.
There should be a new clue, so let us believe.
Yep. The debater Hey! Whoa!
Dumbasses. You the only thing waiting for you...
Class trial intermission!
Well now.
What the hell? Okay. Oh, so I get a bit lost after a while. Yeah, it does.
Hey! Correct! You say
Progress. So basically someone called Hiyoko and Maru to the thing at different times, basically chloroformed Hiyoko, murdered Maru, and then has tried to frame Hiyoko for the murder of Maru. And Fuyuhiko is seemingly kind of suspicious.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed... Everyone do your best.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko...
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
And the reason they were killed, Maru was killed, is seemingly because she knew about Girl E's plan to kill. She knew about the fact that Girl E was the killer before Hiko's little sister in the past, supposedly.
You mean the letter?
No.
Huh?
Hey. Now that you...
Just as you...
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would...
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet?
The killer returned to the scene of the...
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running...
Then, does that mean...
At any rate, the solution to that...
I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? If so, we put the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. During the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the Synapse Corps. It's not really that hard. There's different, like, it's self-explanatory if you see the actual minigame itself. So where were they hiding in the room? Also, the music in here is fucking pog, and also this is rad as shit too. Bum 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 bum. This is like the coolest minigame in the entire series, aside from Logic Taxi. Question 1. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before Hyoko arrived? Thought you could jump in this too. I don't remember how. Oh, I freaking figured it out, dude. Dude, sweet hops, dude. So that cool mask game is like 1, yeah. Question 2. When did the killer leave the beach house? After Hyoko left. Ooh. Yes, 1 and 1 too. Yeah, fun. Okay. Question 3. Where was the killer hiding while Hyoko was unconscious? In the beach house itself? Whoa!
It's all coming together! Do you think the killer might have been—
You spent all that time thinking, didn't I just say there was nowhere—
Her personality got it.
No.
What are you saying?
The person where the place where Hyoko did not look was right there.
Here!
In the closet herself.
The killer.
The closet?
After you woke up, and you probably didn't look—
But could two people...
That's why the killer made sure to...
The killer, where did she hide in the closet if Hyoko woke up on the floor, and it was obviously right there. And that giant open surfboard
what about
case.
The surfboard case?
Huh?
But the shelf, it... 2 surfboards were stacked on the killer probably because we haven't been on this island that long.
Then, the kill...
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kinda like in...
Don't you mean...
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after they finally left the surfboard.
I agree.
Seriously, no.
There's no way the killer would leave Hyoko by herself if Hyoko was left alone and Instead, it makes more sense.
Saying whatever you want. Alright, if you don't want to... Oh, you shut up.
Sorry, Akane. Hey, Monokuma.
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future.
I'll listen to your story about me. As I recall, The body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people. Is the killer also included?
Yeah, that's true, but...
You don't sound very...
Jeez! I know it sounds like an excuse, but the book, it's intended to create a...
So you're saying it's depending on who actually found...
Well, as long as I...
Flexible. So what about this time?
Jeez, fine! You want me to say it?
Which means...
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange.
You're the one who went on it!
We were just saying the kill.
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple...
However, before... The killer blocked the roadside door with...
Now that you mention...
It's going to be alright. Now!
Now the actual explaining is the final feature and non-stop debates. From this point, to choose... Okay, so there's the same thing as the first game. You can now, like, save statements in your thing. And you cannot agree with people while you have one.
What did the killer do with the blood?
Maybe they simply washed.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits? And maybe they wore one when they moved.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit? They cut it up and flushed.
As someone who flushes their it would definitely clog the...
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other. Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been
No, that's wrong! If they just needed to wash off the blood, they could have just as easily...
Something other than
the shower, the drinks inside the refrigerator, because there were a bunch of used
drinks inside the refrigerator.
Used clear drinks.
I've seen through it. In theory, but that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember that there's no... It's true there were drinks in the beach. However, try thinking one bottle drink, it wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down! We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words! No, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
One moment.
How many times do I have...
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water...
So you're saying the water bottles were gone?
It's not a fallacy. There's evidence, like a lot of thrown away...
Oh, you're right.
Well, now that you mention it... When I went to the beach house...
Huh? Then, dousing your body with lots of water...
It seems you've See?
Let me...
If the killer used plastic water bottles, go ahead and tell me who you think it is. If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be someone among this group. Right before I discovered Mahiru's body, I met... I'm just gonna leave it on that. You tell me who you think it is. I was gonna charge my freaking phone, dude. It's almost dead. My lord. Mikan, Sonia. Those are valid guesses. Did she have an excuse? What do you mean have an excuse? Mikan just kind of showed up wearing her stuff under her outfit with Ibuki, and Sonia's was she wears a wetsuit because that's the dress of her country or whatever. Alibi? Well, both of their alibis were supposedly that they were headed over their way to the beach. Let's leave it on Hajime, because obviously he's not the killer. All of the, pretty much every single alibi is I was headed my way over there. Hiyoko's was obviously that she ran away, but he was there. And most of the guys, except for Hajime and Kazui, didn't know what was going on.
You're the only one!
She was the only girl who showed up wet.
Is it you?
She was the only one who showed up wet because she had supposedly been swimming, but everyone else was still dry. Whenever they showed up to the beach house, that's what the flash screen back was for.
Hey! Then I should ask you this.
I remember when we were all meeting up to... If the killer really did wash the blood off with water,
I was going to guess, but I didn't want it to be.
Body. But there were no towels in the beach house. So you said you went swimming.
Don't just hold on, you You saw her at the diner. You never. So maybe she really was. No one even. No. Huh? After I ran. So there's no doubt.
Hold on. You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too... We haven't established...
Now that you've mentioned...
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beach side, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up?
Who cares about...
We might have an...
Huh?
Do you really?
Well...
Then let's hear
first.
The killer's escape route is the small window in the shower room.
If the roadside and... Well...
Huh. Don't you know...
But...
She might have reached it by riding some... Is it possible...
And what happened to the rope after they used it?
Of course not!
Littering is prohibited.
You see? There's no way...
No.
Chiaki, don't...
You did? I see.
Huh? Heck of... And if you say she hid it in her... No!
Oh shit, not this again. I hate this. I actually hate this. This is the worst mini game in this entire fucking series. Oh my god, come on. Whatever. Give me an M, please, thank you. Aww. Where's D? Where's D? Where's D? Where's D? Where's D? There y'all be the D. Alright, there you go. If she was going swimming, why would she have her sword with her?
Peko, you carry that band. If I recall, despite the fact that you had to swim.
Are you?
Yeah.
You see? I knew it! Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step. Wow! Just...
Miss Sonia?
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but...
Well, Peko?
Panic talk action. So it's one of these things, though.
You're saying she used her sword as a... It would have been left in the...
Fuyuhiko.
Shut... If she used the... Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! That's obviously impossible! You're pissing me off! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut, bastard! Don't fuck with me! You're pissing me off! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard?
I'm alright at it.
I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! Don't fuck with me! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! That's obviously impossible! You're pissing me off! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool...
This is the end!
I better, but sure. Alright, fucking
If she used her bamboo sword as a
single
step
player.
stool. When she leaned her sword against... And after she climbed up, she would have been able to...
I see. Now, Akane said she's like a ninja. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this. Even so, how disappointing.
No! You don't have any proof. I won't cut it.
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. Very well.
Agreed. Can it wait until after?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the then... What?
So I must say, it was for the sake of justice. In order to... I do not sully my hands to satisfy... There is only for the sake of protecting justice.
Hey, sounds a little familiar?
Justice is what makes humans human. Justice is the eternal sun, and the enduring moon, the protective father, and the smiling mother.
Hello?
If justice ever the world would immediately
It's fine.
Justice must always be there to guide. So I must fight.
This is...
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent... Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star. That would be me. Sparkling justice! Now then.
What?
Yeah, Pecco's sparkling justice. Weird. Very much out of nowhere. Didn't expect that. That's kind of the point. Music's weird though.
What the fuck?
Pecco!
I am in the name of sparkling shot. What's blah, 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 blah.
Everyone, Sparkling Justice is a clad in her various hero masks. She is supposed
an ally of this map, just like various idols. The sun is revealed. Justice should.
I don't get it.
Hey, take a look! This, huh?
So what's your answer? This world evil must be eliminated immediately, no matter what.
Evil?
If you knew about that...
And because of that...
Then...
To protect... In order to protect... And...
Holy...
Pekka...
My true... It just shows my... I'm willing to be...
Oh!
Let's go over this incident one...
Any good swimsuit art? What? Excuse me? I mean, maybe. Last stop. What did the killer leave next to the body? A pretty anime girl mask. Big piece of evidence is the footprints, and there's Chiaki, I guess. Got me.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome murder case. She probably wanted to discuss it with some... Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation. However, the killer eavesdropped on their conversation by preparing a specific...
They gave them both letters to meet up at different times. Two for Hyoko, 2:30 for Mahiru.
Hyoko
shut up, got chloroformed, got knocked out in there. Mahiru showed up. She got batted.
With
Mahiru, she died instantly. She dragged Mahiru to the door. Put the mask there.
I'm not really sure why. That's how the crime scene we discovered.
Indeed.
However, plus, the shower room had no... But instead of the shower...
They used water bottles to completely douse themselves. Got inside the case. Hyoko woke up, immediately left, saw Mahiru's body, fucking ran out of there. She got out, planted a gummy on the ground to flame.
Ironically,
to clear
Finally,
her, did the trick with the sword bamboo thing. Then showed
And
back
so
up
that's-
later and was like, "Oh yeah, I've been swimming."
So how about...
And what of it? She's like, I haven't done any. What? Wrong! That's no reason.
Whatever. Let's hurt.
There's no justice to protect what's most important to you. Understand? Then I shall be direct in order to. It's not if I fall. Now, follow your. Hurry!
Give me a.
If we let for the sake of grand justice. Don't worry. The.
Monokuma, the vote!
I've heard your. Now then, who will be chosen?
Such heart-pounding excitement. Pekoyama was the killer. I think you can see
Pardon
why.
me. Can we please have a little more time? Pardon me.
Continue our discussion.
Yes, but
Strange!
that...
As a serial killer...
Huh?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast.
That makes her an...
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. There's a distinct you know, Sonia...
Justice, the center of justice, that would be me.
The sparkling justice, according to that, would have a different nationality than Peko. She would not be Japanese.
That's right.
The article was written.
If she had it translated...
Yeah, it wasn't
it wasn't-
English.
Yes, the magazine. So, sparkling, which means the journalist. And
From Spain?
what?
Peko, you're not...
Or, if you insist.
Would you be able to do...
However, that's end. My duty as a tool, has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh?
That mask has fulfilled.
What do you mean?
Now that you've already.
Hey, be clearer!
I have no purpose.
Tool.
She called herself a tool.
Of course.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did
You're
have a
supposed to-
sneaking
you're supposed to be
suspicion all
confused.
along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes...
The proof that there was someone else there was... Well, that's kind of weird. It would be what
see.
Nagito was talking about earlier, the body discovery announcement.
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean... That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko.
I see.
So that means there was one more.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from... That's such a vital clue that it could alter the...
No.
Huh?
Yes. From your basic way of. That means I'm just a simple.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest...
So who would have the strongest motive to actually kill Maru? It would obviously be
You're the only
Fuyuhiko,
one.
because, I mean, she kind of helped
Is it Fuyuhiko?
incriminate her sister and not get in, you know, yeah.
I see. Now I find.
But even if it's the motive, it's just... Would you call a game like that a...
Monokuma gave something to us that shows what happened. It was the ending prize.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have... There's no doubt that game is based on actually... The photos awarded for beating... They're all actual photos. You knew all of... You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister. Because whoever beat... It was the envelope, right?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister, even so.
Hey! Why cuz... but...
That's why I told you. As I said before, I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. I was simply used as a...
Hey!
It means the true killer who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see.
No. But my young master does.
Young master?
That. I'm sure you realize it by...
That's a problem. If Pecco's allegation holds...
In that case...
Just... me?
That's nuts!
How would Pecco... Pecco is a legit...
That's not for you to... The votes have been cast.
What the hell?
Okay, so I'm gonna explain at least a little bit about what happens because it is kind of weird. Also, I got fucking based. So kind of basically what's going on is that it's heavily implied that Fuyuhiko was also there, and he was kind of the one to give to that he was originally going to. I don't know how to say this without just like sort of spoiling it, but like he give me a moment to collect my thoughts about this. Basically, it was like it's a weird clause of like if I force this person to do something. Okay, never mind.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind! I guess for now, let's take a.
Another intermission.
So
Hey! Hey!
Well... You just don't...
Hey.
Pecco and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends
No.
then? No, it's really different than that. Right after I was born by my parents, the Kuzuru clan took me
I am
in.
nothing but a
They
tool.
gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my young masters as my master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he, that is my own before I am human. Until this body of mine...
That is...
You are wrong, you were not a tool, Pecco, because if you were a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
Nothing. Huh? I was ordered my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. A professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. That's what I did on this island. That is what my young master ordered me to do.
Fiend.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It is not as if that started the moment we had on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes lying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you, it was Fuyuhiko.
Damn it.
It is what it is, but I thought that I'd beaten that game. I was suddenly given those photographs.
Damn it!
Damn it, I don't understand. Why is my sister in these
Don't
photos?
fuck with me!
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You...
You tried to confirm it with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
Oh.
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond, but she never replied back to me. And not only that, but she started avoiding me too. I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why, even if we were told we were connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this.
Aww.
Also, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone. Wait, no, you're not gonna go, Maru. If you want to talk about it here, it'll be totally fine. It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me. If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's more important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too. But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, for Hiyoko? If you could make use of the plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahu into a trap, right? By calling Wilson in the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko. Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye, that's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right? And so, my young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon in the game because that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seems to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister. So that is why you killed Maharu with the bat. But still, I believed her up until the very last minute. That game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch.
Hey.
Hey, if that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why, you?
Hey, I don't want to hear about that. The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that. No one has the right to judge others for those crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Maharu, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after you said that to me, all that went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat I hid under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Maharu. Huh?
Young master.
What?
Are you saying you killed because you were ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course!
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are totally different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood.
Quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can't you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed!
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes? So we fell for it. We fell for her trick all along. That's right, you guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me as a mere tool as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true
That's
killer.
obviously wrong.
Hold on, don't act like our loss hasn't been decided yet. No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is
I'll admit,
troubling!
all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Furihiko is actually the true killer. Hold on a second, I'm telling you to hold on. I see, so for Peko, Furihiko herself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Maharu, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that you can protect him. You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope.
Wrong.
Well, I have no hope. I am just a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway. So I'm going to ask someone else. Hey, Furihiko, what do you think? About what? Hey. Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us? Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on.
Hold on, what's the use of asking something like that?
What?
You say you're distressed. I mean, your tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Furihiko of your own free will?
Hey.
Furihiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, or all of those things you ordered her to do, is that not the truth? Furihiko? Yeah. I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Young master.
Young master, you have to just tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You have to just tell them that. Furihiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others would just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teru are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that? Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Young Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool. For you, Hiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you'll still lose Peko, but if you insist you're the killer, just as he said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's see what you have to say.
Young Master.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right?
I did it because I know.
Yeah. Hey, Peko. Our professional relation. You need to run. Got it?
Young Master. There is no I am without an...
God damn it, we are done with that crap!
Regardless, I will not I have... Huh? Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master...
You idiot.
I intend to fulfill... Now please, go after you leave. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? You better...
So how about it for you, Hiko? Please tell me the truth. I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I just couldn't go through with it after all.
Young Master!
I'm a disgrace.
Because if that's what it takes if that's what I actually have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. I mean, if I can't live without depending on something, I just feel disgusted with myself.
Peko.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzu clan?
Young Master!
Uh-oh. Oh my, so this is how it turned out. And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed. Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh? Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of a trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Peko, the soul with the heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request, even though you did all you could to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling... I had a feeling it would turn out like this. Huh?
Young Master!
Young Master, you have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even the tool will understand that. Then why?
Even so.
Even so, I wanted you to escape. I wanted to protect you.
Peko.
I am terribly sorry.
I am terribly sorry I will not be able to serve by your side till the very end, young master. Goodbye. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
Please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course. Peko. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
So...
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master? The tool Peko Yama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep I don't need any tools? You did say that. Then let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair. Jeez, why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Peko Yama.
Why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a
I never needed a sword or a shield.
I never needed a tool. So... You didn't...
Let's give it!
You just... I never wanted...
Young man.
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go!
Please, Peko. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young Master. Young Master.
Damn. Bonk. Game over. Peko has been found guilty. The time for the punishment. Definitely. Keep watching. One woman army. This cannot be even for Yukiko. Oh, this is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes. You bastard, what is this? This cannot be. This is a lie, right? Pekka, for Yukiko.
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake, this is just a worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why she should have discussed it with me. It's supposed to be a client between two hosts, but was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh.
You're still talking about that? The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that two of your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed. And I even feel sad and hopeless. But still,
isn't that right?
It's going to be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth. Calling me a ladder, I'm gonna say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him. I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I should make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. Haha, the hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when you're done with you. That's your future. How much longer will you plan to such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even before Yukiko died, you know? Not yet. He's still alive. What?
Everyone!
Everyone before Yukiko is still alive. Are you serious? For Yukiko? Frantically rush over to Yukiko's side.
He's still...
Do something!
I bit his blood! He won't stop!
Can't you? God damn!
Well, serves him right.
You're so
Were you filled with hope and a lot of
stupid.
saving for yourself? That's why you ended up like that. What are you so laid back about? You know you're for saving. Huh? Surprise order? Well, I had to build my best out to say some Yakuza scum.
That's wrong!
It's your duty to save him. Duty.
Hey!
Because it's written in the school shift rules. If the blackening is exposed in the clash child, they alone will be executed. Or if only the blackening is executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could everything about it right now, but if my message would say I'm apparently powerless.
Hey!
But you should be able to do it.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, if somebody can violate a rule, even if it's me.
So...
Fine, then I'll say. Really?
Like...
Fucking ambulance shows up.
Just leave the rest to me.
Dr. Kilgood!
We gotta get this patient to the money, so...
Oh.
Damn it.
Perhaps.
However...
Fall, my tears.
Damn...
Yeah. And so the class trial ended, but we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet when that finally arrives. What will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could define our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. Timer.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown. 4 people are already... We took our time preparing the Hope Frack. Honestly, whether it's better if we let them leave this island for those kids, which option is... But I guess there's no... That guy will probably take over our plan's finals. What lies beyond that is the... And the continuation of the big...
Wait, hold on. I didn't let you read that. That guy will probably take over all plans' final stage as well. What belies is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair and the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
That cannot be allowed! We must prevent that by any means necessary, even if we have to pay the ultimate price. Everything is for the...
Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Chapter 2, Sea and Punishment, Sin and Coconuts, End. Chapter 3, yep, Chapter 2, Chapter by the Students Thing. Whoa. I think it's nice of me to save, hopefully. Obtain present, bamboo sword bag, or black dragon blade, excuse me. Okay, well, welcome to the, welcome to that. That's the end of that case, and that case is kind of fucking weird. It's definitely one of those ones where you got, like, it's not the best, it's probably, I don't say it's not the worst case in this game, but it's definitely, like, it's kind of weird. Like, it felt like it felt like there were a lot of missed opportunities, and the whole, like, there's a lot of, like, elements to it that, it's just a fucking weird case. Like the whole video game aspect, the whole, like, you know, I'm just a tool for Hiko aspect. The execution is weird. Like, the navigation is just fucking bizarre. Some people really like it, some people really hate it. I'm kind of in the middle. I think as I'm on the more side of, I don't like it that much, but I mean, it's not that bad. The next case that we were playing, isn't an inherently bad case on its own. It's just in the middle of them doing this case, they changed who the person who got killed was. So it doesn't really, so it seems very sudden and very much like they kind of just gloss over a lot of the details about what actually happened during the murder for the next case, which is kind of weird. Because before they start making the game, they plan out, like, you know, who's gonna die to who, and then they come up with, like, stories around it from what I've read about it. About, like, how that's gonna happen, and they come up with, like, characters and then go, like, you know, who do we want to survive, and then who do we want to, you know, like, die, and at what points, right? But in the middle of the next case, they changed in the middle of it who the person who got killed was. So the murder is kind of just weird. Like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And the motive is something that you don't understand until the last case of the game. It's definitely one of those cases where it works a lot, the case works a lot better on a, like, it's kind of similar to this case where it works better on a repeat playthrough, where you can see all the little, like, subtle details and stuff, because all other, like, subtle small details that, like, this makes sense if I knew about this beforehand and I was able to predict it. But even by the end of the case, you're still, like this one, it's still like, what the fuck? I don't feel like I fully got the entire concept of the case. This one you don't feel like you got it because it's just so confusing, and there's a lot of, like, Peko pretending to be Sparkling Justice to rush through the case to not get Fuyuhiko killed because she's a tool. Like, that's kind of weird and never happens, right? Like, I definitely enjoyed this the second time around more than I did the first time around. I think it fucking sucked. Second time around, and noticing all the little small details and how it all, like, ties together, knowing what's happening, it makes it better. The third case is one of those that at the end it has that same thing of, like, what the fuck is going on the entire time, but you don't find out yeah, I mean, streaming also makes it more fun anyway, but you don't find out what the motive was in that case, or like why it happened, anything about it until like the end of the game. And even then it kind of still doesn't really make, and even kind of then you kind of have to just like it doesn't explicitly go back and tell you that's what happened in this case. It's sort of like you have to just kind of figure it out on your own what the motive was after you've beaten the game. And it's only the third case though in which there's 6 cases again, so it's like, what the fuck, why? This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the entire thing is just kind of bizarre. Like, the next case is considered probably the worst case in the entire series. I don't know if you have noticed, it is a weird game, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a pattern with all the cases, and those patterns continue even to this point. That, think about the similarities between this game rhymes with the first game. So you can probably, if you think about it hard enough, predict the patterns of some of the upcoming cases. And I told you about 2-5 before, about how the murder is done in such a way where you literally cannot find out who the killer is. You have to just basically guess, which is preposterous. Like, that's just insane from what the series is already. Because, like, again, every fifth case is fucks with the system of how a trial is done in some way. In the first game, it was, you don't know who the killer is. Yeah, you don't know who the killer is. Or, like, you have to implicate yourself and sort of, like, purposely get a false trial in order to redo the case over again, which is kind of weird because there's no precedent for that, so you don't expect it, so you can get confused and be like, what the fuck is happening? The case is supposed to feel like awkward and rushed, because it is. In this one, you don't know who the killer is, and you like literally have zero way of finding out. You have to just guess, and there's other details, but I'm not gonna spoil, obviously. And then in Danganronpa V3, you don't know who the victim or the murderer was in the case until literally the end of the fucking case. Which I know sounds ridiculous. Like, how the fuck are you gonna investigate it? It's very hard to. That case is also very sad, but there's a lot of things, like all the fourth cases in the series are very sad. Like Sakura's was very sad, 2-4 in this game is very sad, 3-4 sad. There's all that, yeah. But the next case is kind of rough. It's not, I'm probably going to be skipping through most of it. Like, I'm going to be going faster through most of it because it is a long case as well. But there's also just a lot of, like, extraneous details that don't really matter to what's going on. And I'm definitely going to act like I'm less disinterested in it because the case kind of sucks. It's one of those things where it's like, the case is bad, but it's okay or even just good on a replay through. But your first time through, you're like, what the fuck is going on? This doesn't make any sense. Because, like, all the actual details of the case, the biggest thing of, like, the motive for the murder, why did it happen? You literally cannot find out, and you can never guess it until the end of the game, when you have to go back and think about it and be like, oh, I guess that does kind of make sense why that happened. But they really should have just come up with a better reason for the murder happening. And also, the fact that the case in itself doesn't make any sense. The murder is kind of already has loopholes. Like, there's a pretty big loophole in it. Like, that case, more than any case in the series, asks you to infer and just kind of accept what's going on more than any other case in the series. And the murder only really makes sense if you're like, oh, this person must have done this, but that's never stated or brought up by the game. You just have to think about that on your own. Which is just absolutely insane. But that's it for the thing right now. I will still be awake, obviously, and love to continue talking. So, see ya.